All right, let's have a look and see what X has to say, because boy, do I need some explanation on Lucy's kit.
Extreme talent. The storm brings frequent anomalies, and also more development and field missions. Sadly, combat is not my thing. Luckily, data analysis is. Here, I'll walk you through the abilities of every Arcanist. Please, Miss Tider.
4F4B. Okay.
All right.
Madame Lucy, the robotic boss lady of Laplace, and my direct supervisor. She is an awakened who came into being due to technological progress, and so her utmost concern now is in further perpetuating advances in technology. Although her thinking at times can be as coldly logical and insensitive as her metal appearance suggests, she has never hesitated to volunteer herself as a test subject when the need arose. This pursuit of advancement also reflects her efforts in battle. Dynamo is the key to Madame Lucy's self-advancement. Whenever her allies gain Moxie or Eureka, she will gain Dynamo.
Okay.
She will gain even more Dynamo when she herself gains Moxie. Dynamo cannot be dispelled, and Madame Lucy can enhance her skills by consuming it. When a certain amount of Dynamo is reached among her allies, Madame Lucy will gain Advancement, which upgrades her weapons and enhances her skill effects. Whenever her enemies are defeated in battle, more is the pity for the rest of them, because Madame Lucy gains Dynamo and data iteration for each enemy she defeats.
Oh my god.
And scores extra action, Conservation of Energy. Data iteration is a stackable and undispellable buff which increases Madame Lucy's attack. Madame Lucy can also perform Conservation of Energy, which deals reality damage to all enemies. If she has enough stacks of Dynamo, all of them will be consumed to increase the penetration rate of this attack. If Conservation of Energy is reinforced by Advancement, the attack can't be dodged, reflected, or riposted by her enemies. It will also deal additional reality damage if the target's HP is below 50%.
Jesus.
Madame Lucy performs Power of Speed to deal reality damage to one enemy. If she has enough stacks of Dynamo, all of them will be consumed to deal additional reality damage. The skill can also be reinforced by Advancement and deals mass damage to 2 enemies instead. Madame Lucy deals reality damage to 2 enemies through Electric Surge. If she has enough stacks of Dynamo, all of them will be consumed to attack a 3rd target. If there are fewer than 3 enemies on the field, Dynamo will be consumed to deal additional reality damage to them. Once enhanced by Advancement, Electric Surge can also inflict additional Genesis damage on her enemies.
Oh wow.
Madame Lucy's ultimate, A Step Forward, will set her into full throttle. She will enter Pragmatist and Leadership status, and gain Data Iteration, as well as different charged ammunition from it. Her extra action, Conservation of Energy, will also be immediately triggered. In Pragmatist status, any attacks from Lucy are considered to have a stronger Afflatus, and the damage dealt to her enemies of weaker Afflatus will be increased. Her allies in Leadership status will also deal more damage to their enemies of weaker Afflatus. Charged ammunition provides Madame Lucy with extra Dynamo before she strikes. If her ultimate is reinforced by Advancement, Madame Lucy will gain extra Moxie from the thrill of progress. That's some kind of scientific enthusiasm.
Easy, bro.
The overcharged ammunition obtained from her enhanced ultimate grants her more Dynamo, which better equips her for upcoming rounds. Madame Lucy's passion for technological progress is complemented by her courage to perform test trials on herself. Would you like to have some first-hand experience using the latest cutting-edge technology? Then you need to try this. My Helping Limb Prosthetic Fitting Device.
Okay.
Madame Lucy gave me some very helpful advice during my design process. It's so simple to use.
Let's see if this one actually works.
I've always wanted an extra limb so that I could have a cup of coffee on hand during especially draining battles. Hey, wait, what are you doing? This isn't very helpful. Not the boiling water, please.
466F726766574 4D65 4E6F74. Huh? Forget me not.
I was just say forget me not. Just forget me not next. Let's not start that theory. All right, so it's now called Dynamo. Okay. It was electricity, right? So that was the
key to Madame Lucy's self-advancement.
That was the one part about like everything. So everything that we know is pretty much true. We're just still looking for values on the character. Seeing this and seeing them explain it does help out a lot more.
By consuming it.
So this is how the skills are going to like be upgraded. So the 1, the 2, and then the follow-up, right? So that you can upgrade, and whenever you get that amount of dynamo, you can increase this. So if you have a good amount of Eureka in Moxie gain, you can get quite a bit of dynamo to help this out.
When a certain amount of dynamo is reached
with their
among
advancement.
Allies, Madame Lucy will gain advancement
Which, like,
her weapons and enhances her skill
the scary
effect,
thing
conservation of energy. Data iteration
I
is
was
a
looking at
stackable and
was just the amount of stacks that she can get. And data iteration is a stackable and undispellable buff which increases Lucy's attack.
undispellable buff, which increases Madame Lucy's
I
attack.
wonder how much that is.
Madame Lucy can also perform conservation of energy, which deals reality damage to all enemies. If conservation of energy is reinforced,
And then here's the part
by
here,
advancement,
certain content
the
where you
attack
can't
be
be dodged,
reflected,
reflected, or reposted
or
because like there's a lot of enemies that do that.
It will
And I feel
also
like
deal additional
we might
reality
get-
damage if the target, say,
You might be
is
getting more
below
content that has
50%.
to deal with enemies that do that, because you know the dude with the gigantic like weapon,
Madame Lucy
he always
performs
attacks
Power of speed to deal reality
whenever you
damage to
attack
one
him.
enemy. If she has enough stacks of dynamo, all of them will be consumed to deal additional.
And then there was
reality
another
damage.
part here. Yes, the ult. I think the
Madame
ult is
Lucy's
going to be
ultimate, a
absolutely
step forward,
wild.
will set her into full throttle.
Like I've heard like
She will enter
myself,
practice
Steam Bond, Jaka, we've all talked about it, but like,
and gain
bro, just really looking at this ult,
as
the
well
fact
as
that you're
different
giving
charged
yourself
ammunition.
on a very strong
Her
character
extra
in
action,
general,
conservation of energy,
just
will also
extra elemental advantage is wild. Like you're making yourself one of the better DPSs for most situations.
be
Like that is just
immediately
crazy to me,
in
bro.
pragmatist
Like,
status, any attacks from Lucy
that is
are
so
considered
strong.
Stronger Afflatus, and the damage dealt to her enemies of weaker Afflatus will be increased.
Like, so she can help her allies. Now it comes from the ult, but it's the fact that when you upgrade the ult, you then can just get the ult quicker, which you have to get all of your abilities though upgraded to then upgrade the ult. But it's
Her
wild.
allies in leadership status will also deal more damage to their enemies of weaker Afflatus. Charged ammunition provides Madame Lucy with extra dynamo before she strikes. If her ultimate is reinforced,
It's just
by
so
advancement,
good, man.
Madame
I'm
Lucy will gain
trying to
extra
see the
from scale of
downside,
progress.
the direct downside of
That's some
using the
kind of
character.
scientific
And
enthusiasm.
woo, I'm not really seeing
Overcharged
it.
ammunition
Like, it looks
obtained
like she
from her
has
enhanced
decent single
ultimate
target
grants her
and
more dynamo,
decent
which
AoE
better
as
equips
well.
her for upcoming rounds.
So,
Madame
yeah.
Lucy's passion for technological progress is complemented by her courage to perform test trials on herself.
I still feel like in certain comps, like, people will like other characters, though. Like, when it comes to, like, Winsong or, like, Joe. But Lucy just looks fun to use. I don't know. What do you guys think? Down in the comment section. Do you think, like, just after looking at this, that Lucy still looks crazy? Does she look more fun than some of the other characters? Do you think this is a great character to have in the game? Let me know. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. All those things, hit me up in Discord. Because, bro, she looks wild. And I'm excited to pull for her. Literally almost this time tomorrow. So, let me know. But anyways, you lucky gamers, have a good one. Lucky Lux out.